Hey, how you doing? This is Ron, and I'm a proud owner of a Cadillac CTSV. Now, I'm 2,000 miles into it, and I got to tell you something. I've looked at a lot of the other reviews online, and the truth is everybody else that I've seen doesn't really get it. And it's not really their fault. I think you have to have a certain amount of years of experience and understand. I kind of grew up in the era where, cubic inches ruled the streets. I mean, it was pretty amazing. Big block engines, big blocks, lots of horsepower. And then those days went by the wayside. I mean, with the Cadillac converters and all of the worried about smog and the gas mileage and all of that. Oh my gosh. So anyways, hey, listen, if you're considering this car, I don't think you should consider whether this car is right for you. It's more of a matter of whether or not you're right for this car. Hey, listen, if you're just now getting into this sort of price range for a car, right around $100,000, and if you're trying to compare it between a European car or a Asian import, there really isn't any comparison. Now, a couple things. First of all, if you don't look underneath the engine right away and have something go pump, pump, pump in your heart, this car's not for you. If you're concerned about gas mileage and concerned about maintenance, it's going to cost you a lot of money to run this car. It doesn't get good mileage, and you're going to wear out tires. But oh my gosh, if you want a driving experience that will put a smile on your face every single time you get in the car, I mean, I tell you what, man, nothing was more of a thrill than to take that long stretch of open highway through the Nevada desert on the way to Las Vegas from California. That's when you really, really understand this car. Now look, hey, I being, in my mid-50s, I've got the privilege of having a lot of nice cars, right? But something just got missing in the driving experience. I mean, sometimes these cars are so overly refined that they just don't have the driving experience like this car offers. Now, of course, it's got all the gizmos and gadgets that you'd expect. And quite frankly, those have very little to do with the day-to-day driving experience. Look, if you've ever wondered what it must be like the first time you saw the movie Star Wars and Han Solo, hit the gas on his Millennium Falcon and it jumped to hyperspeed, if you want to know what that feels like, then you get into this car. I mean, there's something about a big block, big cubic inch, supercharged motor that you just can't get anywhere else. I mean, when you stick your foot in it and you hear that supercharger start to whine, it is awesome. This car is all about what's in your gut, not what's in your mind. Again, if you have to sit here and compare it between these other cars, it's not for you. If you're worried about, again, gas mileage and all of that, it's not for you. But if you want a car that's a guaranteed thrill ride every time you jump in it, this is the car for you. Look, if you want a status symbol car, maybe you better go and stick with your European implants. But this is not the car for that. This car is essentially a rolling man cave, a 640 horsepower man cave. Cadillac finally did this right. First of all, the only thing better than a really, really awesome sports car is even a really, really awesome sedan. Now, this is no small sedan, it's a big sedan. So you get all the fun of a sports car in a big package that allows you to haul 4 adults or 5 people if you want, plenty of room in the trunk, very comfortable, creature comforts are awesome. Yet this thing will go around and handle like a sports car. And let me tell you something, there's nothing more fun than a super sedan like this. So anyways, if you're looking at this video, you should probably realize that this is a car all by itself. There's nothing really that compares to this. You could even spend a ton more money and you're not going to get the car that this is. I mean, come on, for under 100 grand, 640 horsepower with a car that handles like a stock car, it's amazing. And it is more fun every single day I drive it. So I'm not going to have all these shots of the car going here like a car commercial. You can see all that you want. Just go to Cadillac.com and see all that. But I tell you something, this is a man cave on wheels. And again, the only question is are you right for this car? Because if this car doesn't give you some heart-pumping excitement when you even look at it and sit in it, it's not for you. And by the way, don't do the wrong thing. Don't go get the other model of the CTS that has the nice little, 3.6 liter turbocharger as an in-between step. No, there's nothing like this. Nothing like this. Because when you stick your foot in it and you hear that supercharger start to whine like it's doing right now, there's nothing like it. Anyhow, I hope this helps you guys out. Maybe making a decision, a little leap of faith. Get away from something you might normally think of. Cadillac finally got something right, big time, and I can't wait to see what they do for the next model, because I can't ever imagine not having a car like this. Anyways, hope that helps. Have fun. And by the way, these things sell out very, very quickly, so you better get yours quick. All right, bye-bye.